Hey everyone, it is we'll do 2 days. It's day 83 and 84 on the CDT. It's actually Wednesday, the 20th of July. I hiked out of Rawlins today, and you can tell by the light on my face that it's sunset. So I'll pan over. You can see the sun, the fading sunlight hitting some of the mountains there. Today was a tough day. So I mentioned that my feet don't like being wet when I'm hiking, and sorry, the mosquitoes just started coming out because it cooled down. So this is going to be one of those neurotic videos where I'm swatting and hitting my hand and all that kind of stuff. But I mentioned my feet don't like to be wet when I hike, and a few days before I got into Rawlins, the meadow turned into a marsh because of the 3 consecutive days of rain, including the night that I camped near it. And my feet got wet that morning, like immediately within the first few minutes, like completely soaked. I hiked the rest of that day, and that's when I think I mentioned like the friction had started on one spot on the bottom of my right foot, and it turned into a blister, and I was planning on popping it in Rawlins and getting medicine in there and getting it to recover a bit quickly, or quicker than it would if I left it intact. And I did that. And I woke up this morning and it was kind of 50-50 if I should hike or not. I was thinking about taking a second 0 day just to let my foot rest. And I decided to go ahead and hike out. I don't know how many miles I got today. I want to say it's around 18 maybe. I should have gotten about 22 to 24, but some of the trail today is unfinished. It's just a route. It's not an actual trail. So it took a little bit longer to hike some miles. And there was only one water source, and there's only one area with shade. So I took a little bit longer lunch next to the shade trees. And I stopped to get some water because there wasn't going to be water at camp. So I had to carry extra water, which put additional pressure on my foot. The blister, the remaining wound from the blister specifically. And I probably should have listened to my intuition and just had another 0 day, let my foot kind of rest, and hiked out tomorrow. I didn't, so I kind of, gritted my teeth and got through it. But my foot is definitely unhappy right now. So I'm going to eat dinner and get everything packed away and get in my tent to get away from these mosquitoes, and then do some first aid on my on my wound to see if I can get it to calm down overnight. That's kind of one of the struggles that thru hikers have. We have, for especially on the CDT, but for any hike, we have to get our miles, and we're looking at the calendar and trying to beat the snow up in Glacier or North Montana. And we're trying to balance that with making sure we're taking care of our bodies and getting, town calories, and making sure the wounds are taken care of and that kind of stuff. So I think in my head, the chirping of, hey, you got to get your miles. I think that won out today, and it shouldn't have. I think I should have taken an additional rest day and just said, hey man, from your original schedule, like you're 10 days ahead or something like that. Why don't you go ahead and take an extra day just to let stuff calm down? So I think it's a good reminder for all of us that we probably should be listening to our intuitions a little bit more, especially when they're speaking loudly, like a 50-50, and the intuition's like, hey, you need to take a rest day, and your brain's like, oh, I got to get your miles. That I should have listened to that, and I didn't. I'll turn the camera here because it looks like the sunset's going to be a beautiful one. So I know that some of my thumbnails have the photos, but now you get to actually see the sun setting. And the mosquitoes are going to get horrible as soon as that sun goes down. So I'm going to end this pretty quickly and jump in my tent. So I guess today's shout out is to all of our intuitions, just making sure that we're letting them speak and actually listening to them, actively listening to them. And what I mean by active listening is, you know, hey, my intuition says this, and then ask a question or 3 questions or whatever it takes to, you know, kind of get to a resolution and then make a decision. Making sure that you're including your intuition or the answers to your questions as part of the thought process. So I got to do some big miles over the next few days. I'll keep you folks posted. I think it's 3.5 days to get to South Pass City. So I want to say it was 118 miles to start today. And so if I was able to do 18 miles today, then over the next 3.5 days, I got to average about 25 a day. If I want that last day to be a little bit shorter, then I just got to increase the other 3 days to, you know, 26, 27, 28, whatever it is. And I have to listen to my foot, so we'll see what happens. All right, so the sun is just about to disappear and the mosquitoes are getting worse and worse. So I'm going to jump in my tent, eat my dinner, and finish packing up for the evening. I'm going to go to sleep. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you folks are staying safe and enjoying the summer. Thanks for watching the videos, and I'll talk to you folks. Sorry, one last thing. I said it was going to be day 63 and 64, and I talked all about day 64 mostly. Day 63 was a rest day. I got some good calories. Rawlins has a good Thai restaurant, so I was able to get some Thai food and rest a bit. I spent most of the day just putting calories in my body, as well as the Rawlins package actually had a lot of gear stuff, and so I changed out some gear that had been worn and some clothes that had been worn, like socks and that kind of stuff. So, you know, I was able to kind of swap out some stuff and refresh some stuff. So that was good. And I got the videos posted for you folks. So that's also good. I think that was pretty much it for the rest day, besides the surgery on my on my blister when I get into town. Yeah, I think that was it. So, all right, everyone have a nice evening. Hope the mosquitoes aren't eating you alive like me. And I'll give you one last view of the sunset. And then here's the light off of the mountains. And I'll take a photo and use that as the thumbnail there. So, all right, have a good one. Talk to you folks tomorrow. Bye.